Hello, West Middle School families. I'm Stacy Sactor, the principal at West. I wanted to give you some information on how we're going to start our reentry plans for West when we see your students back with us in August. Our doors will open at 7:45. If your child is a car rider or a walker, they will go to the cafeteria outside doors where they will have their temperature checked before they're allowed into the cafeteria. If your student is a car rider and a walker and they're not going to be eating breakfast, they will enter through the main office doors. Well, they will have their temperature checked before they enter the building. Once they're in the building, they're required to go to their first hour class immediately. Bus riders will enter through the east door. If a bus rider is going to eat breakfast, they will go straight to the cafeteria. If they are not going to be eating breakfast, they will go to the gym. Social distancing will be taking place in the gym and will be monitored as well as in the cafeteria. Our first bell rings at 8:06 and class starts at 8:10. Passing periods are going to be 4 minutes between each class. We will not be using our lockers this year. We are encouraging students to bring backpacks or bags to carry their contents from class to class. Face coverings for students will be strongly encouraged during passing time. If the student does not have a face covering, we're encouraging them to mask up, which would mean they would simply just take their t-shirt or their shirt and put it up over their nose and their mouth. Students will need a water bottle to stay hydrated throughout the day. Our water fountains will only be used to refill those water bottles. Class periods. Students will not be sharing any materials this year. Students and desks will be spread out to allow for social distancing to take place in the classroom. Students are strongly encouraged to wear their face coverings during class time. However, this will not be required all day. All West Middle School staff are strongly encouraged to wear their face coverings all day as well. Hand sanitizer stations will be placed in the classrooms as well as throughout the building. Our lunch will consist of 6 separate lunches. The first lunch will start at 11:10. The last lunch will end at 1:10. Students, 4th hour teachers will be picking them up from the cafeteria and walking them straight to their classrooms. Students will be social distancing while they're standing in line waiting to get their lunch. They will also be staggered throughout the tables to allow for social distancing in the cafeteria. Students will have recess outside, weather permitting, on inclement weather days. Students will have their recess in the gym. Hand sanitizer will be provided to students during recess time, and social distancing will be monitored by staff members. End of the day release. Students' times to be released will be staggered. If a student is a bus rider, they will leave at 3:05, go straight to the gym, where they will be standing in line, staggered, social distancing, waiting for their bus to arrive at West. If your student is a walker, they will be dismissed at 3:07, and they will exit through the main office doors. Once they are outside the building, they're encouraged to leave campus immediately. If your student is a car rider, they will be dismissed at 3:10. They will also be exiting out the main office doors. They will be standing outside the main office doors, social distancing, waiting for their car ride to pick them up. All students will be monitored for social distancing at the end of the day. I have some additional information that I would like to share with you. There will be restrictions regarding visitors or guests into the building. A parent or a guardian needing to make an appointment with a teacher or an administrator will need to do that either via Zoom, phone conference, or in person if that's the only option. And then if it's in person, you will need to make an appointment. Social distancing will be taking place in the main office for safety precautions. Signs of occupancy limiting students in the restrooms will be put up on the restroom doors. Reminders of good hygiene, for example, washing their hands, coughing into their elbow, will be displayed throughout the building, and teachers will also be reminding students of this throughout the day. Extracurricular activities. All staff are working with the school officials so that we can implement the district plan for the safest methods of participation. We are really looking forward to seeing your students back at school with us in person. Thank you for listening to this video, and we'll see you guys back on August 19th.